Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode of The Binding of Isaac Repentance. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. I'm having a fantastic day. I think today we're going to do an Azazel greed mode run, because that's how you unlock Lilith. And that's one of the characters that we have not yet unlocked. And I would like to play as Lilith at some point. So greed mode's kind of interesting. It's, rather than doing a ton of exploration and all that kind of stuff, it basically is wave-based, where you press a button and then you end up with a whole bunch of enemies that all kind of, you have to beat all of them at once. See what we got here. All right, Wheel of Fortune, whatever. Let's use the Fool card here to teleport out, since we can do that for free. There's not really much for items here that I actually want. So we're just going to press the button. And what will happen is you press the button, enemies will spawn, and then you kill them. But you can see underneath the button, there is a timer that ticks down. And that's the time until the next wave spawns. And if you don't kill a wave fast enough, then, like, too bad. You still have new enemies spawning on top of that. But also, every time a new wave starts, money will generate on the ground. And you use that to buy items and keys and all that kind of good stuff. So, it's kind of an interesting mode. Also, if you step on the button in the middle of a wave, you will take damage. Or in the middle of, well, you'll see. If I were to see, it has spikes on it right now. If I were to step on it, I would take a bunch of damage. Well, I would take a half heart of damage, but it would stop the next wave from starting. So essentially, you gotta be real careful of these guys with Azazel, because the range. Careful. Yep. Essentially, what you're doing. Ooh, okay. Don't spawn things on top of me. But essentially, you're trying to accumulate enough money and items that you can work your way through all of greed mode. There we go. We've finished the first however many waves that was. Now the button changes to a little skull. If I step on this, it'll become bosses instead. So let's buy a key here, so we can pop into our item room, and we get 8-inch nails, which is a damage upgrade, which we absolutely love to see. So now we fight the bosses. There will be 2. And they will still spawn on a timer. So you can see we got roughly 30 seconds to get rid of Monstro here. And then the next boss will spawn. So if you don't kill the first boss fast enough, you're basically dealing with 2 bosses at once, which can get a little dicey. Not so much on these early floors where it's Monstro and stuff like that. But like, if Haunt had spawned first, that's a nightmare. There we go. Our damage output is so good. Okay, so now that we've cleared the bosses, now we get the little pentagram icon. This will spawn a guaranteed deal with the devil after completing the waves. Or it could potentially be a deal with the angel. Not on the first floor, but the point is, if we clear this wave right here, you are guaranteed to get a deal. Doesn't matter if you've taken red heart damage. If you clear the wave, you get a deal. So deals are a lot easier to come by in greed mode, which is really nice. However, I don't know if this has been changed in Repentance, because I haven't played greed mode at all since the launch of Repentance. But deals in greed mode have always kind of seemed to be a little bit terrible. And here we have Ouija board, which allows our shots to go over obstacles and Curse of the Tower. Those are 2 items that we do not want. They are either completely useless for us, or that are just meh. There's a key right here, though. So I think we're just going to go... We've cleared all the waves on this floor. We're going to go down this way so we get the key for free. And that'll take us down to the next floor. So let's check our item room first. We get Shielded Tears, which is whatever. And we get a speed upgrade. Let's take a look. What do we got in here? We probably want Blue Cap. It's an HP upgrade and also a rate of fire increase. So pretty useful. Don't think we really want anything else in here. I will once again look at this room. I'd say that was probably worth it. That was definitely not a good plan. 3-cent keys, though. Pretty useful. So we're on the catacombs. There are, let's see, depths. You've got depths, you've got womb, you've got shoal, and then you have no item room. So we're actually going to buy 3 keys on this floor. Because if you can get your keys for 3 cents instead of 5 cents, you're saving money, which means you have more money to spend on items and stuff like that. And that's really the trick to greed mode, is just making sure you're smart about the money you're spending and making sure that you can accumulate enough items to get strong enough that you can, you know, ultimately win. Okay, just do one of those. And you can buy things in the shop that you normally wouldn't be able to buy. It has the item room pool and the boss item pool and the normal shop pool. So normally you wouldn't be able to buy stuff like blue cap in the shop, but in greed mode you can. So there we go. We got our bosses here. Just oh, that was just terrible damage. Wait, how did I end up with 2 HP? Oh, no, never mind. Disregard. I was like, wait, I should have 3, but then I'm like, oh yeah, I'm Azazel. You don't start with any red hearts. Okay, there we go. That takes care of them. There is a reroll machine in here. I'm going to give it a couple of plays. I should have bought another key, by the way, but I forgot. I'll give this a couple of rerolls. Again? Oh, no. You know what? We're going to buy Mystery Gift. Because if we use that in the Deal with the Devil room, we'll get a Deal with the Devil item, which is pretty useful. Although I seem to remember it always gives Lump of Coal or something like that in greed mode, which is considerably less useful. Oh, careful. Just be a little cautious here. Don't get hit by that. Okay, there we go. Show me my deal. All right, we got Tarot card, Rotten Baby, Lump of Coal. Not a big fan of any of these items either. Rotten Baby's probably worth it, though. Rotten Baby's a good item. It'll generate flies that will damage our enemies for us, which, you know, has merit. And I will buy 1 3-cent key. So we're now set on keys for essentially the remainder of the run. And down we go. Lump of Coal is not as good on Azazel as with, like, regular Brimstone, but it's okay. Latchkey is, you know, keys and a Spirit Heart, which is kind of useless, considering we just bought all the keys we needed for the rest of the run. We got some chests over here that we can get to for free, because we can fly, since we're Azazel, so that's useful. And then we've got a Speed Down and a Bad Trip Pill, neither one of which we want. Also, we don't want any of these items. So we're going to reroll. We will probably want to buy the Stapler, and I have no idea what this is. What is this item? I must know. Allow me to Google. Platinum God / Repentance. What is this thing? Mucormycosis. Tears have a chance to fire a fungus tear that sticks to enemies, rapidly grows in size, then explodes into a gas cloud that deals nearby damage. Interesting. That sounds like it could be fun. Let's... we will try to get that item. We should be able to. I think we'll have just enough money to buy that and the Stapler. And we definitely want the Stapler, because we need the damage upgrade. For sure. We also need to start thinking about our HP. You do have restock, essentially, in greed mode. Oh, you came out of nowhere. There we go. Last one. Got him. Clear these. This is the last wave here. Take our money. You know what? We will buy the Stapler first. Stapler, ooh, I would actually really like to have that instead. Oh, that's tough. Because that's a speed, or a rate of fire increase that basically maxes out your rate of fire. But I think what we're better off doing... I'm going to get mucormycosis, just because, like, it sounds interesting. And we've never used it before. Now, I don't know if the explosion can actually hurt you or not. It says it explodes into a gas cloud, which makes me think it's probably more along the lines of, like Contagion, for example. Oh, I was going to say, where's this last enemy? Here we go. Let's try it. Let's see how it goes. What's popped up instead? All right, nothing I care about. Let's see here. So we got Envy. It looks like it also deals damage. Oh, don't get hit by those. Yeah, it looks like it's not an explosion that will actually hurt you. So, this could be really good, you know? This could be cool. Ooh, proper brimstone, but I can't afford it as much as I would love to. I don't have the HP. If I take brimstone here, I die. As much as I would love to have it, like, we just can't. Because then we die. So, kind of a pity. That's an item I'd love to have. Basically would give us full range on our brimstone shot, but, you know, what can you do? Sagittarius, also not particularly good as Azazel. It's a speed upgrade, but that's about it. We do have extra keys. I will happily take a little bit more HP. We also have a bomb. We'll check here for... not right there. We'll check here for a secret room. Okay. None of these items are particularly useful. Let's do a little reroll. Let's do another little reroll. That, I believe, is a Sears upgrade. So we will take that. We are very quick, which is good. We got, you know, essentially 2 speed upgrades on this floor. Oh, careful. Oh, all right. The creep doesn't bother us at all because we can fly. Oh, excuse me. Careful. Careful. I need you to pop up, please. There we go. All right, we're dealing with brimstone ghosts. A little annoying. But not that big of a deal. Don't run into the brimstone. That is not the way. All right, there we go. So we will buy that. And you know what? I'm going to buy raw liver too. It is 2 HP upgrades for the price of 1. And these 7-cent items are looking great. So we're going to take full advantage of that while we can. Also, this mucormycosis item is, like, honestly looking pretty sweet. Just dealing damage to enemies and... like, I'm liking it. I don't know that it's amazing, because I haven't really had enough time to play around with it, but it's doing some work. You know? You can't really complain. We'll buy Jesus Juice as well. It is a damage upgrade. And then, you know, as much as I'd like to get more HP... oh, double bloat? Really, game? You gotta give me the double bloat? Come on now. That's just awful. Bloat is one of the most annoying bosses in this entire game. At least of the, you know, standard, like, final boss of the game type bosses. All right, Krampus. This should give us Krampus's head, because we already have Lump of Coal. Why would you run directly into that? Or it'll just give us Lump of Coal again. Okay. Not helpful. Let's pop into here. We get a black heart. I don't think there's anything else we can do here, so we are down to the next floor. Our HP's looking a little dicey. We have 2 more floors before we fight the final boss of Greed Mode. So what we want to do... I mean, I'll take it. Whatever. What we want to do is basically focus on HP. And look at that. 3-cent Spirit Hearts. That's exactly what we're looking for. So what we want to do here is basically, rather than buying any of these items, we just want to load up on Spirit Hearts. Because the run is, like, relatively strong. I mean, we're Azazel, so we have Brimstone. We got some damage upgrades. We got some rate of fire increases. At this point, it's just making sure that we have the survivability to survive the boss. And by just buying a ton of spirit hearts, that's exactly what we can do. Also, not getting killed by these guys. Rude! We can afford to buy quite a few spirit hearts here. Especially since they're discounted to 3 cents instead of the normal 5. I mean, right now we can already buy 6. And we haven't even cleared all the waves. And picked up all the coins and stuff, so... we should be set. We should basically be at full HP when this is all done, minus maybe a little bit of damage taken from red hearts and stuff. And if we can get to that point before the before the final boss is over, then like we'll be feeling pretty good. Okay, stop rolling. Thank you. Okay, one down. Oh, this guy. Oh, he charges. He boomed me. All right, there we go. So now what we're gonna do? I'm gonna load up on some spirit hearts. Just grab a couple for now. There we go. And we actually are hoping for a deal here that allows us to trade away a bunch of these red hearts and get spirit hearts instead. Just very carefully take these guys out. Okay. A little bit of damage taken, but nothing we can't handle. A little bit more damage than I was intending, but again, it's fine. What do we got? Naturally, red chests. Well, we save ourselves a little bit of money on spirit hearts since there were some in there, but we're gonna buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, you know what? We'll go full spirit heart strats, and I'll even buy 2 red hearts. So now we are basically at full HP. And if I go to the final boss with full HP and this build, I think I'm pretty confident in our ability to pull out a victory. BFF is interesting because we do have Rotten Baby. But I don't know that just Rotten Baby and Rainbow Baby alone are enough to justify the cost of BFF. This, on the other hand, would be a Tears upgrade, which is pretty useful too. Or, since we are likely to take damage on this floor at some point, I think there's also an argument to be made for using the reroll machine. I think I saw a reroll machine in there. It's not guaranteed that you'll get one in greed mode, I don't think. Or maybe it is in greed, but not in greedier mode, which is like essentially the hard mode for greed mode. Oh, there's a fire there. I'm gonna get rid of these fires so they can't mess with us. The ghosts are real annoying, gotta be honest. Because you can't just, they appear and disappear, so you can't just be like, we're good. You have to wait for them to, like, pop up. Which, when you're on a ticking talk, or when you're on a ticking talk, when you're on a timer, such as in greed mode, oh, rude. Alright, we took way more damage here than we should have, but... Ow. Careful. Man, we're taking way more damage right now than we should be. Okay. 1 to go. There we go. Alright. First wave of bosses done. These guys actually shouldn't be too bad, although they do have the very annoying ability to fire homing shots, which is just terrible. All right, we're gonna reroll here, I think. I'm basically looking for spirit hearts. Black candle's actually pretty good, but I'm going to keep looking. I'm going to keep looking. There's spirit hearts. Okay. So, we can essentially make sure... We might not be quite at full HP, but we'll be real close. Why'd you have to... This is just the worst. Yeah. Two of these guys is, like, one is bullet hell enough when they're doing that attack. Two is just awful. Okay, one's dead. There we go. And then we'll get a deal. See what we get. What do we got? Okay, neither one of these items are going to be useful for us because we would need, yeah, it's just not worth it. So we'll spend our remaining HP on Spirit Hearts. We're going to blow you up. We got some bombs left, so you might as well make use of them. Blow you up. I'll check for a secret room. Secret rooms are a thing. It's probably here. Nope, not there either. Well, I guess this is as good as we're going to get. Let's just head down to the next floor. And see if, you know, we can pull out a victory here. I have not fought Ultra Greed on in Repentance yet. Also, there is a greed machine at the end that you donate to unlock things. So having the money is nice. Well, let's fight Ultra Greed. He's kind of annoying, no doubt. What he does is he summons different things. Like those giant coins are essentially bombs that will explode after a short while. Don't get hit by the little spider dudes. He also does various charging attacks where he'll like charge at you and try to smack you, try to stomp you. He'll shoot things at you. He's kind of an annoying boss. What really makes him annoying though is that he's got boss armor, so he takes forever to actually kill. And with our short range as Azazel, it's kind of rough because we got to get right in his face, which is not where you want to be. Yep. Still, though, I think we'll be okay. I'm just trying to... Oh, careful. I'm just trying to remember his patterns, and thankfully, in Greed mode, it's only one phase. So, he doesn't really get too much harder than this. Greedier mode, which is the harder version, essentially. Okay. Just be real careful of all these guys. There we go. Yeah, this is the problem. He summons friends as well. Got to destroy the keys when they pop up. There we go. These will heal him, the little heart coins. They will restore his HP, which is a nuisance, but not that big of a deal because it's not a massive heal. It's just a relatively slight one. The worst attacks he does are the bomb one and then the key one. The key one can be really rough if you don't have like good AoE that can deal with a lot of enemies at once, which we really don't as Azazel, just because our area that we actually hit is so small since our range is so bad. Stay away from all those. Pick up the coins. Oh yeah, and when he hits you, you lose money as well. That should do it though. We have successfully defeated Greed and unlocked Lilith. We don't have a lot of money to donate, but we will donate the 6 cents that we have, which also now lucky pennies appear in the basement. So, pretty useful. And that is going to do it for today's episode. If you enjoyed the video, guys, you know what to do. Links in the description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, my friends, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.